With the recent release of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and with Spider-Man for the PS4, plus that top-secret Square Enix produced Avengers project on the horizon, we are entering into a renaissance age for Marvel console gaming, the likes of which we haven't seen since the PS2 era. After a few years of some frankly lacklustre movie tie-ins and cynical cash-grab mobile games, the creative director of Marvel Games himself, Bill Rosemann, has promised a renewed focus on AAA PC and console gaming going forward. With that in mind, I'm Josh from Panels to Pixels, and here are 5 video games that I think Marvel should make. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is just around the corner, and I for one could not be more excited. The first LEGO Marvel Superheroes is so jam-packed with classic characters, humour, fan service and heart. It's truly a must-play for comic book fans. And although I can't wait to dive into Chronopolis for another helping of brickified comic book fun, what would really get me jazzed is a LEGO Marvel vs DC crossover game. Something that has been consistent across all the LEGO Marvel and Batman titles is the incredible storytelling that allows you to go on a wild ride through famous comic book locations. And the idea of bringing together these two rich and diverse universes is ripe for fun ideas. These characters haven't crossed over in well over 10 years at this point, and we are unlikely to see them team up in either the comics or the movies anytime soon. However, with the Warner Bros. Own TT Games having proven that Disney can play nice with their Marvel characters, a LEGO game might be our only hope at seeing the Avengers and the Justice League battling it out. Besides which, a LEGO game with Spider-Man and Batman on the cover is bound to break some kind of sales record. Okay, hear me out on this one because it's about to get weird. Who doesn't love sitting down with a few pals and playing Mario Kart, or my personal favourite, Crash Team Racing? There's so much couch co-op fun to be had with kart races, but sadly there aren't many truly great ones on the market for current gen systems. So imagine, if you will, a kart racer that takes you across the Marvel universe, from the streets of Midtown Manhattan to the wider galaxy. Luigi's Mansion becomes the X-Mansion, Rainbow Road becomes the Bifrost of Asgard, and so on. You get to play as Spider-Man in his Spider-Mobile, Wolverine on his motorcycle, the Fantastic Four in the Fantasticar, Ghost Rider on the Hellcycle, Green Goblin on his glider, the Silver Surfer on his, Silver Surfboard. You get the idea. Alright, so it's basically Star Wars Super Bombard Racing, but you know, not terrible, and obviously not as nightmare-inducing. Okay Marvel, this one is a freebie. It doesn't get any easier than this. You're already working with Insomniac Games on that new Spider-Man game, so chuck a bit more money their way and turn this into this. Rocket and Groot. No, but seriously, imagine a game where you explore the galaxy as Rocket Raccoon, collecting and upgrading insanely overpowered weaponry and raining down fire and brimstone on various alien enemies. The story could serve as a prequel to the formation of the Guardians of the Galaxy team, taking the player on a voyage across the cosmos. Meanwhile, you carry Baby Groot around on your back and you get to play as him for certain puzzles and side missions. The final boss battle could see Groot returning to adult size and wreaking havoc on the big bad. It's not the most original idea in the world, but stick a Howard the Duck cameo in there and
I'd buy that for $1.
Growing up in the 16-bit era of video games, I have a real affinity for side-scrolling platformers and beat-em-ups. One of my all-time favourite games of the genre is X-Men 2 Clone Wars for Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis if you're in North America. From the cinematic opening level before you get to the title screen, incredible music, the atmosphere, the amazingly well done character sprites, it looked and felt exactly like the X-Men animated series. In recent years, the side-scroller genre has largely been the domain of indie developers, with a few notable exceptions such as the surprisingly addictive and totally awesome Rayman Legends. So here's my suggestion to Marvel. Much like Sega did with the recent Sonic Mania, outsource the game to some talented indie developer and make a fast-paced, super stylized and tight controlling Metroidvania style game. It would be a great way to make an action game with hand-drawn animation and authentic comic book stylings. Sell it as a digital only game on the PS and Xbox stores. Easy money. Well, here we are. Numero uno. I thought long and hard about what my top pick should be. Ultimate Alliance 3 perhaps? A new Ultimate Destruction style Hulk game? Another Telltale series? No, The game I think Marvel should make more than any other is, well, to be honest, it's the kart racer. I mean, how cool would that be? But I realise that may be a controversial number 1 pick, so how about a game that I'm calling Marvel's Urban Legends? Now so far, some of my suggestions have been a little derivative of other games, and on the surface of it, this is just another Arkham clone. But if this was done right, it could be a bona fide AAA Game of the Year contender. So here's the pitch. You play as Daredevil, the Punisher, and Elektra in a gritty, nighttime New York. Insomniac's virtual NYC looks glorious from what we've seen of their Spider-Man game, but I want to see the darker side of a city oozing with edgy atmosphere. Relentless rainfall, graffiti on disused subway cars, steam rising from manhole covers, a hot dog vendor yelling, "Oh, forget about it!" The name comes from the idea that in a world of celebrity superheroes and constant cosmic intervention, the criminals of Marvel's New York City have convinced themselves that the like of Daredevil and Spider-Man are nothing more than hearsay and rumours meant to scare gangs of crooks. It's something that I've always found super fascinating about the Batman mythos. The Daredevil sections would be pretty straightforward Arkham-style combat and stealth, with traversal using the Man Without Fear's Billy Club as a grappling system. The Punisher sections would be super visceral shooting sections as you plod through alleyways and warehouses filling bodies full of lead, akin to the gameplay and aesthetic of the most recent Max Payne installment. Finally, the Elektra sections would be mostly combat sections that drive the narrative along. The turning point in the story would be a scene in which Elektra is killed by Bullseye, adapting the famous Daredevil issue 181 by Frank Miller. From there, Daredevil could find out that Wilson Fisk hired Bullseye to kill Elektra because he knows Daredevil's secret identity, causing Matt Murdock to team up with the Punisher to fight the Hand on the rooftops of Hell's Kitchen to get to the Kingpin. The game could also feature cameos and quests from the likes of other street-level Marvel heroes such as Moon Knight, Iron Fist, and Ghost Rider. So that's our list. Would you play any of these games? Do you have any of your own ideas for games that Marvel should make? Let me know in the comments below, and why not subscribe to Panels to Pixels for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, goodbye.